Now, let's go to free SHS. The whole talk about free SHS now seems to be just focusing on the test score. Who passed, who didn't pass, how many people entered, and all of that. There have been reports of the shortage of food in our SHS system. Shortage of food. The children are drinking Cocoa Sakura. We are pretending not to be aware. So now the minister says that new measures will be adopted to address perennial shortage of food supplied in various senior high schools. And these have become necessary because there have been recent concerns of food shortage in some schools a week after reopening. Well, Mr. Minister, if you didn't know, this happened last term as well. The children were drinking Cocoa Sakura. Cocoa without bread. Check. It happened last term as well. Where, for example, a school has just rice. Just rice. So in the morning, they'll eat rice porridge. In the afternoon, they'll eat rice and stew. In the evening, they'll eat jollof or rice with something else. It's there. The reality is there. The parents have been complaining. Thank God you have woken up to the coffee this morning. But so when we talk about free SHS, and I insist it's a good policy, but we cannot continue the same old ways of going the same direction and be saying that, oh, it's a good policy, but it is the implementation that has a problem and we'll have to take time. For how long will we continue to mess our children up when we know that nutrition has a part to play in forming up the minds of the young people and even the pedagogical approach? If you are hungry, you can't learn. So Alhaji Charles, Alhaji Yakubu Abubakar is the president of CHAS. We call him Alhaji Charles. He had occasion to talk about food shortage. The minister gave him a response. But you see, that response is not satisfactory enough. Play those two videos for me quickly.
We mentioned the other important issues, which were especially furniture. Some schools cannot even receive Form 1s if they are not supplied with furniture before the Form 1s come to school. We've made them aware of that. Beds in the various dormitories are also in short supply. We've drawn their attention to that. Then benches and tables.
At senior high schools, CHAS says heads are fighting for food instead of concentrating on academic work.
School reopened, it is a week now, and we have received some amount of food in our schools, but not the full complement, of course. Ideally, we should have received those things before school reopened, but given some challenges here and there, it has delayed. But we have started receiving it. We are praying and hoping that the suggestions we make to authorities will be heeded too. We've already made them aware that we need to sit and do proper planning and ensure that some of these things go to the schools before school reopen. That way you can do a better management of your school. Or else for now, you will find a lot of heads engaged in the issues of food, when heads should rather concentrate to see how they can get quality outcomes as far as education is concerned at our school levels. So we are hoping that the authorities will listen to us, and moving forward, it wouldn't happen this way again. Before the schools reopen, food are brought to the school, monies are brought to the school, then we can take off very smoothly.
But after engaging with headmasters in all senior high schools across the country, the Education Ministry intends adopting new ways to address this concern.
And we've set up a system that will enable us to track the food distribution. One thing that is going to be done this year is that we are now going to give them the list of all the food items that they should be receiving. So if the items are not in, they will be able to know that we're supposed to get 1,000 bags of rice, we have this amount, and therefore the buffer stock should be giving us the remainder, and then we can all work together on it. So that's a new way of doing business in terms of food supply in our schools. So that is one area where we've come to a very good agreement as to how to move things in the coming year.
Food is a basic necessity of life. If you ask Abraham Maslow, 1943, he will tell you, food, clothing, and shelter, basic. So how is it that children go to school and the food is not there? Because that is what we all agreed. And you see, back in the day, PTAs could support food, furniture, and many other things. Sometimes even fuel for buses. We all went to secondary school in this country. Or maybe the president didn't. Or, well, he did Kimbu Secondary School. I don't know about our Minister for Education. I don't know. But I'm just saying that we all went to secondary school in this country. What has changed? Why are we so obsessed with making it look as if we are taking care of everything? I say, I take care of some free SHS people. The amount of money I spend, aside the 1,300 that government gives as part of their support for free SHS is more than what government gives. When they have to pick a taxi from here to Cape Coast and back, for example, last year, they resumed school, they took a 300 Ghana cedis taxi from here, they went all the way to Cape Coast, only to be told that schools have been, the reopening has been postponed and they have to go back and come back on the 5th of May. Then he put a letter up for me. Cassandra Chum signed that letter. And you see, it's been 1 clear year. This is the letter. 6th April. Clear letter. This is it. I didn't manufacture this. It's a postponement of reopening date for SHS 3 student. Management announces for the information of students, staff, and the general public that the reopening of Form 3 students has been postponed to 5th May 2021. This is to give the Form 3 students an uninterrupted instructional period till they write their final exams. Well, this also did not happen because 2 weeks after they returned to school, they were asked to come back again. You remember they had reopened and then they shut them down. They came for Christmas holidays. They told them to go back and they said so they will not have interrupted period. They can get all their 1,080 hours. Then they went to school 2 weeks after they were back. Why? Food and furniture. And I'll play for you. Play the video of Alhaji Charles for me. The recent video that Ibrahim Abubakar did. Play that video for me. 1 year on, he's complaining about the same set of things that he complained about. And we only do meetings and we call the head teachers to meetings, but they can't speak because they are in a regimented space and we pretend not to know. But the biggest sufferers will be the children. When we attended secondary school, and I'm sure when those in power and their spokespersons attended secondary school, this was not the messy way in which we took our children through. Now we don't even know if they are doing 3 years or they are doing 1.5 or they are doing 2 years. Because the boy I take care of, he went to school for 1 term, came home for the whole of 2020, went back to school in 2021, did 2 terms, came back. Then he went on to Form 3. We are being told that he will write his exam sometime in June, July, maybe August. He has not done 3 years. He has not done 3 terms, 3 terms, 3 terms. But we are told that he is ready to write his exam. In whose Ghana? Akufo-Addo's Ghana, Nkrumah's Ghana, Mills's Ghana, Mohammed's Ghana, Kufuor's Ghana. Play the video for me.
The emergency projects, we have had classrooms and then dormitories provided us by the government, but the furniture and the beds that we need for those facilities have not been provided yet for many schools. And so we drew management attention that though these structures are there, but we need these things for them to be functional. And as a result, if you allow all the students to come, they will come and share the little that are there, and it will not order well for us, especially in this our period of COVID-19. And so suggested that there should be some arrangement where either the Form 3s will be made to stay home a bit, or portion of the Form 1 should not report today. And I think finally management has agreed that the Form 3 should rather stay home a bit, so that within the 1 month time that we have, they will see how best the issue of the furniture and the beds could be addressed.
The rescheduling of reporting date will affect the registration process of the Form 3 students for the WAEC examination.
What I can now foresee is that management may have to talk with.
This was Alhaji Charles on the 6th of April 2021. He diagnosed the problems. 6th of April, furniture, beds. 2 simple things. Play the new video that Ibrahim did yesterday with Alhaji Charles on the same issues and tell me if anything has changed. We voted for change, by the way. Play that for me. The new video of Alhaji Charles.
Furniture before the Form 1s come to school. We've made them aware of that. Beds in the various dormitories are also in short supply. We've drawn their attention to that. Then benches and tables at the dining hall. You know, previously parents were helping us to get these things all, but with the inception of the free HSS, it is now the burden on government to provide all these. So we've made them aware that they should ensure that we get this, or else the Form 1s may come to school and they will not have furniture to sit in the classrooms. They will be in the dormitories and will not have bed to sleep on. And we don't like such a thing to happen.
1 cool year, no change, no show. 1 year. Kasankwa na odi wa no don right bin wo. Dr. Duchum, good morning to you. 1 year on, we all celebrated you when they said you were going to be our Minister for Education. We thought we had a dentist as your boss and he was perhaps not performing. So we were happy for you because you had run a private school before. You own one. This is the situation of our educational system under your watch. The children don't know where they are going to school. So the boy I was taking care of, I told him when they are reopening, he asked me, when are we vacating? Because that calendar must be there. I said, I don't know. So now it's become a situation where they call you and say, oh, we are going to school. You're on the WhatsApp group. Oh, the children are vacating tomorrow. The children are going back to school. What is all this? What is all this? Common furniture, common bed, we can't provide. Common textbook, we can't provide for the children. If you can't provide these things, what can you do? And then you come touting, oh, when we sat for the WASI, this number of children had. Well, but test score alone is not education. I'm sure you know better than I do. Test score alone, passing and getting 8 A's, 7 A's, 6 A's, whatever it is A's that you get, is not education. Because there are people who are first class who do not even remember what it is that they learned in school. I'm sure we can do better. I am very, very sure we can do better because right now the situation of parents are this. These are the parents' salary and they are sitting behind the expenditure and they are going through this mess. Some of them have to take food to their children week on week and we pretend as if we don't know what's happening. Let's open our eyes. Good morning.